Hello. Hello. Yes, good morning. Mm, Good morning. Okay. Content discussion we finished of unit third. ICT and some of the questions are here. Let's see these questions. Okay. Now, if this question is asked, what will be your answer? Can you share in the chat box? It is said that ICT helps teachers to introduce new pedagogical tool in English language classroom. It allows teachers to produce and modify resources quickly and easily. As an English teacher or English language teacher, do you see any challenges in using ICT tools in the Nepalese context? Justify. यो क्वेसन हो भने तपाईले आन्सर के लेख्नुहुन्छ होला? Can you write in the chat box? कसरी लेख्ने होला? Okay, one will be challenges. FRAME framework of answer. Okay. First, what we write? Can you share? First, how do we start? Background. Okay. We start with a short introduction. Right. And next, definition of ICT, short introduction, implications, first definition. Okay. Then what do we do? Challenges. Advantage also. So it is said that ICT helps teachers to introduce new pedagogical tool in English language classroom. It also allows teachers to produce and modify resources quickly and easily. We talk about introduction, of course, is here. Then some advantages, some ADBA and advantages in using ICT in ELT. We talk to the challenges, CHALLENG, challenges, then a short conclusion part we write. In this way, we can do. Now, कसरी सुरु गर्ने होला? Okay, to this question, this is the just framework. Then here I have written, one sample answer. You can see. So the conclusion. Yes. Now, just here, introduction part is you have also said. This is in introduction part, like information and communication technology is known as ICT in its short form. ICT refers to a range of electronic tools that are used for storing, displaying, and exchanging information for communication in cheaper, faster, easier way. it is crucial thing to understand that ICT refers to much more than simply computer and the internet. So ICT includes the devices, services, and technology, such as some examples we provide. These are few examples. This is just introduction part. Use an introduction part. Okay. So sample answer. I in my previous class also I said that this is the background knowledge of ICT. So you try to remember. You try to remember or make is a ready-made answer of the background. यसलाई ready-made answer ग्रुपमा राखिदिनुस् के अनि आईसीटी को पार्टबाट एउटा क्वेशन आइहाल्छ जुनसुकै क्वेशन आयो भने पनि सुरुमा यति कुरा चाहिँ लेख्नु पर्यो so this is a kind of context creating sentences ICT means it refers to a range of electronic tools that are used for storing, displaying, exchanging information for communication in cheaper, faster, and in easier way. It is crucial thing to understand that ICT refers to much more than simply computer and internet, and just to give examples. So this is what introduction. Now, use of ICT in ELT is not only useful and relevant, but mandatory. Mandatory means this is compulsory. Compulsory. If change is expected. Now you read this sentence. Use of ICT in ELT is not only useful and relevant. आवश्यक छ सान्दर्भिक छ उपयोगी छ मात्र हैन के यो अनिवार्य छ ओके अब without using ICT or without integrating or embedding ICT tools in English language teaching and learning process or class, so we cannot add value, we cannot create new value in teaching and learning process, we cannot transform, we cannot change, we cannot bring change. So if change is expected, use of ICT in ELT is not only useful and relevant, but it is compulsory. We have to use. ICT tools help to innovate and strengthen the English language teaching. As we know that technology drives pedagogy, ICT serves as a new pedagogical tool in language learning. So this is what you have to understand. This is what one new pedagogical tool. Okay, pedagogical tools. This is we are saying this is ICT tool, but we can also say this is what pedagogical tool. While teaching and learning process, when we are engaging in the teaching and learning process of English, then ICT tools, like mobile, laptop, CD, DVDs, using email, exchanging emails, using the internet, using the search engines, learning portals. These can be, very, effective pedagogical tools in learning English. This we have to understand, because the situation is technology drives pedagogy. Technology is what? The driving factor. So it is because of this, it is a new pedagogical tool in learning English language. Every English teacher can use ICT tool to plan and design lesson activities. They can search, collect, and also design, if necessary, as per the classroom need. So every English teacher can use ICT tool for what? To plan, to design lesson activities. They can search, collect, and also design materials as per the classroom need. ICT as pedagogical tool helps to create variety of texts, tasks, and activities that can be used in ELT classroom. This is a kind of advantages or positive part of ICT. Then this is what the context, why this is challenging in Nepalese context. Now, Nepal is country of hills and mountains. Geographically, the location and structure of Nepal is not in favorable position for the internet connectivity and development of digital infrastructure. So we have many hilly and mountain areas in Nepal. So in such geographical location, having a strong internet connectivity, electricity, and development of digital infrastructure, of course, challenging. We don't have uh, high speed internet in many parts of the country. Effective use of ICT tools require expensive devices, high speed internet, electricity, etc. These are problematic in Nepal's context. Yes, समस्या छ. These create many challenges in using ICT in ELT. Some of them are given below, and this is what context for challenging situation in using ICT and ELT classroom, because our situation is such located in most of the parts in our country are hilly areas and mountain areas. So this is difficult to connect internet or to establish internet connectivity. Then to manage electricity. Then expensive devices also necessary to handle ICT. Uh, in English class. Some of them are given, like you can read these. There are English teachers who do not have access in electronic devices like computer and the internet. They cannot get benefit from ICT, tools. So majority of the teachers are also there who do not have direct access in electronic devices. They do not have computer. They do not have internet access. Then if they do not have such kind of access, computer and internet, this is very basic in ICT, so they cannot get benefit from it. So this is what one kind of challenging situation. They don't have, then how they exploit the benefits of the ICT. There are also English teachers who possess inadequate ICT skills. They cannot handle ICT tool properly and proficiently. So some don't have devices and access in the internet connectivity, and some don't have the adequate ICT skills to handle proficiently, properly, effectively in ELT classroom. In many schools of Nepal, we have poor digital infrastructure and the internet connectivity, which hinder teaching and learning process. This is another challenge we can mention: poor digital infrastructure. Our schools, many investments we have done, but still we are facing, or we are experiencing that due to poor digital infrastructures and the internet connectivity, the full potential of ICT we are not exploiting or exploring. This is another challenge. Then, due to the problem in electricity, electronic devices like computer and internet, electricity, due to problem in electricity, electronic devices like computer and internet are not functional in remote areas of Nepal, especially in rural areas, or let's say remote areas where there is no electricity, but we have electronic devices. And what happens then? Then there won't be they will be dysfunctional. Electronic devices like computer, internet, internet, electronic devices like computer are not functional in remote areas of Nepal. English teachers of those areas cannot utilize ICT tools for their development and for teaching and learning purpose. So, especially who are working in remote area of Nepal or rural areas of Nepal, there is not electricity facility also. Due to electricity, due to problem in electricity facility, electronic devices like computer, printer, printer, projector. Okay, we can give example: projector and a smart board. We can BOARD smart board. We can buy these electronic devices. we can buy for the purpose of teaching and learning. But if we don't have electricity facility, then of course it will be difficult to handle or use these devices. These will be dysfunctional, are not in functional. Then what happens? We cannot utilize these tools in their full potential. And another one is training agencies does not conduct practical type of trainings on using ICT tools to enhance teacher professional learning and students learning. Here, what we can say is training agencies does not conduct trainings, does not conduct teacher trainings to develop skills on using ICT tools. Yeah, you check this last point. Teacher training agencies does not conduct teacher trainings to, focusing on developing skills in using ICT tools for the purpose of enhancing teachers' professional learning and students' learning. So these are few possible answers just I have mentioned from my side. So you have also experiences, then you can just inject or integrate your ideas here, and you can make it one good answer. Okay, so just here created first is what this introduction part, short introduction part, and just we exemplify some of the ICT tools. Then we talk why this is pedagogical tool, because this is the time of technology drives pedagogy. Technology is at the front. Then ICT, then in the age of technology driven pedagogy, in the age of technology driven pedagogy, ICT serves as new pedagogical tool in teaching and learning process of English. This we have to understand, because every English teacher can prepare everyday lesson activities, and can design some more activities, or can search and collect some useful resources from different sources, online and free and freely available, and online available web Google available in Google. They can collect, they can download, they can use in their teaching and learning purposes to add value, or to create variety in regular teaching and learning activities. So this is what pedagogical tool we focus. Then here is the situation. The location of Nepal is not favorable, is not favorable for connectivity, electricity, and digital infrastructures. Because of this, what we have this kind of challenges, many teachers, they don't have access of internet, computer, laptop, and these devices. There are also teachers who lack adequate ICT skills, and for them handling ICT tools in English classroom is what of course challenging. And many schools of Nepal, we have poor digital infrastructure and internet connectivity also, and this also hinder or creates hurdles in teaching and learning process due to poor problem in electricity. These devices does not work, and of course there will be another problem. Training agencies do not. Yeah, does not. Training agencies do not conduct teacher trainings focusing on developing skills in using ICT tools for the purpose of enhancing teachers' professional learning and students learning. And one more point you can add this is, one part of challenge is, changing mindset, shifting mindset. Yes, yes, IFTING, shifting mindset. This means, there are majority of the English teachers who are in the teaching field, teaching profession. They, prefer to follow that conventional practice of teaching and learning. They do not, entertain, or they do not enjoy, you know uh, they do not enjoy, using ICT, because of, it is time consuming also. So time consuming, or it takes time to collect, to search, to collect, to prepare, to design, and to use in the classroom. And they think that textbook is everything, and they dictate the textbook. This is the easiest way in English class. So thinking so, they do not change their mindset. So shifting mindset from, traditional theory, traditional practice, to TCH, technology driven practice in English class. In English class, this can be another challenge. Listen, shifting mindset of English teachers, shifting mindset of सोच बदल्न पर्यो के हैन. Shifting mindset of English teachers from traditional practice to technology driven practice in English classroom is another challenge. We see, we realize. सोच परिवर्तन गर्न पनि पर्ने भयो. अब हामी हिजो जुन परम्परागत ढंगबाट पढाइन्थ्यो हैन, टेक्स्ट बुक एभ्रिथिङ भनिन्थ्यो हैन, विशेष चक एन्ड टक हैन, एन्ड क्वेसन एन्सर विधिबाट धेरै गइन्थ्यो. वी आस्क क्वेसन एन्ड स्टुडेन्ट्स दे रेस्पोन्ड or give reply. This kind of an interaction we used to conduct in the traditional class. But today, there is everywhere technology, ICT devices. Then, if we use effectively these, technologies or ICT tools, these help to create, innovation in English language teaching. Innovation here refers to what? Doing the same thing from different way, to create variety, to create, new flavor, to create new tests in teaching and learning process, to motivate students, to encourage students, to inspire students in the process of, learning, in the process of, engaging in English language classroom. So ICT, a lot helps to create, motivation, inspiration, encouragement on the part of students, as well as, provide, a new flavor, provide, a variety of text, tasks, activities in English language classroom. Ultimately, these, add value, मूल्य अभिवृद्धि गर्छ हैन, मूल्य सिर्जना गर्छ के. So this is because of this, important, necessary, useful, not only useful and relevant, but also mandatory, compulsory. We have to use in English language classroom, but there are some, condition. के शर्तहरू छन्, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि it is being difficult to use ICT in ELT. And what are the conditions? These are the conditions. These are the conditions, is challenges. So shifting mindset, ultimately shifting mindset is necessary. अब हामी सोच परिवर्तन गर्नुपर्छ, बदल्नुपर्छ. ICT ले English language teaching क्लासरुममा भ्यालु एड गर्छ, यसले इनोभेसनलाई इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्छ हैन. Students, they will be highly motivated and entertained in English classroom. उनीहरुले उत्प्रेरित हुन्छ हैन, उनीहरुले मजा फिल गर्छ हैन. So if this kind of, positive, aspects are there in the use of ICT, then why don't we use भन्ने हो. But there are some conditions that serves as the barrier, difficulty in the use of what ICT. यति कुरा लेखेँ मैले यहाँ हैन. And finally, in conclusion, what we can say is ICT is highly prioritized sector in the government and the private sector's plans and programs. But in reality, it is low invested. As a result, full potential of ICT has not been explored in teaching field. So in conclusion, what we can say is ICT is a highly prioritized sector in the government and private sector's plans and programs. कार्यक्रमहरुमा योजनाहरुमा ICT लाई हाईली प्रायोरिटाइज गरेको देखिन्छ हैन, फोकस गरेको देखिन्छ, प्राथमिकतामा राखिएको देखिन्छ. But due to low investment हैन, लगानी कम हुन्छ हैन, then digital infrastructure को कुराहरु, electricity को कुराहरु, internet connectivity को कुराहरु. So because of these, full potential of ICT has not been explored in teaching field. This is one, probable answer. Right? यो probable answer छ एउटा यो. Question के थियो? It is said that ICT helps teachers to introduce new pedagogical tool. हो, यो चाहिँ बुझ्नु पर्छ तपाईले हैन. यो new pedagogical tool भनेको छ नि. Yes, this new pedagogical tool भन्यो हामीले हैन. ICT tool त भनिदा, तर pedagogical tool पनि भन्यो. This means what? In the present time, teaching and learning process has been driven by the technology. Okay? Technology is what at the front. Agadi cha technology. So by the use of technology, we can drive teaching and learning process. We can, run or we can conduct teaching and learning process. So ICT tool can be what? New pedagogical tool in the modern age of teaching and learning. How can ICT serve as new pedagogical tool in English language classroom? Then challenges ko kuraharu, opportunity kuraharu, then how we use in the classroom भन्ने कुराहरुमा जानु पर्छ होला. So ल यो क्वेशन यति गर्यौं. Okay. Sorry, remedies of these challenges. Okay. So these points are problems or challenge. These we can understand as challenges because challenge means problem means that we can solve and easily we can solve, but the same problem but of high level of difficulty will be challenge. Problem भनेको simply समस्या हामी समाधान गर्न सक्छौं भन्ने भनिन्छ हैन. यो अलिकति challenge भने अलिकति high level of difficulty हुन्छ के. We can do, but demands or requires, high level, effort, thinking, investment, planning is necessary to solve the challenging part. So, for example, here, changing mindset. Changing mindset is what? Your mindset change garnu bhaneko, it demands some kind of, new thinking, some kind of, conscious planning. Is necessary to shift mindset. Otherwise, we cannot save it. This is one challenge because teaching and learning process in the present time is technological driven. प्रविधिले ड्राइभ गरेको छ हैन. प्रविधि हामीले प्रयोग गर्नु पर्यो क्लासरुममा. नत्र भने यो हाम्रो के हुन्छ decontextualize, dry situation, or there won't be such kind of new flavor, new taste. No innovation in ELT. So if we want to introduce innovation, create new taste and flavor in English language teaching, we have to use what technology. ICT is not only useful and necessary, it is compulsory, but changing mindset is what challenging part. Mindset change गर्नु पर्यो. Positive हुनु पर्यो हैन. So आखिर पढाउने त हो बच्चालाई. टेक्स्ट बुक भनेको हैन, सबै कुरा टेक्स्ट बुकमै छ. टेक्स्ट बुक कुरा पढाइदियो त भइहाल्यो भनेर हैन. So just if we focus or if we dictate everything from the textbook, then what happens? This is what conventional practice. So time is changing, right? So here, training agencies do not conduct teacher trainings focusing on developing. Teacher training so from many years, this kind of trainings have been conducting, but especially training programs should be designed to develop skills, not knowledge, skills of using ICT in teaching and learning process. I mean, knowledge focused the training. So this is laptop, this is computer, and this is what hardware. These are software, and we can use these devices to teach and learn English. It's a knowledge perspective about training or there. So to develop, to enhance teachers skills in using ICT tools, very rarely we conduct. So this is what a kind of challenge for the training agencies. A computer, managing electricity, and then managing electricity all over the or all over the country, or in every parts of the country, even in the rural and remote area. So this is not easy one. So it requires some kind of high level of planning, thinking, and investment. So because of this, I have kept as a challenge part. Okay. No, I mean, yes, Sulochana has written, and she has written. So yes. It has not directly asked benefits, but we can conclude. Electricity here, due to the problem in electricity, so internet and devices like computer, projector, printer, they are being problem. Electricity नै छैन भने कसरी यो कम्प्युटर, प्रिन्टर, प्रोजेक्टरहरूलाई स्मार्ट बोर्डलाई युज गर्न सकिन्छ त? यो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रब्लम हो के हाम्रो यहाँ? यो अरू प्रब्लम भने हैन, ड्यू टु द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी others are dysfunctional, प्रयोगमा आएन नि त. So how can we make them functional बनाउनु पर्ने हो, but become dysfunctional, not in function in remote and rural areas where there is no electricity. So ICT, in ICT class, we use computer, laptop. Computer, laptop. We use a computer, laptop. We print out documents, worksheet we use in the classroom. We also use projector to display the slides, and a smart board also we use in ELT class. But what is happening is, if there is no electricity, then how do we make them functional? So there are some places also where there is no electricity, regular electricity we don't get, and there, due to the problem in electricity, these devices are dysfunctional. I mean, this is what. So to manage electricity, of course, this is necessary to think from high level, or conscious planning, or a kind of joint effort, collaborative effort necessary. Then what happens? This kind of devices, services, technologies we can use even in the remote areas in classes, English language classes. I mean this. Okay, now expensive also. Now here solutions not asked. Solution to justify then justify means we are giving examples also. Because of this, I'm a point one some explanation is given here to justify. Like, there are also English teachers who possess inadequate ICT skills. If they have inadequate ICT skills, they cannot handle ICT tools properly or proficiently. Like this. So you also practice it. Now, next question is, okay, what a question. What are the basic skills of ICT that an English teacher must have in order to be effective and efficient in teaching? Also mention major challenges English teachers facing in using ICT in class. Also mention major challenges English teachers confronting. This is what this is like above. यहाँ मात्र फरक के छ नि, basic skills हामीले थपिएको छ हैन. What are the basic skills of ICT that an English teacher must have in order to be effective and efficient? यो चाहिँ फरक हो. And then this part is what similar part. What are the different challenges that English teachers confront or face in the use of ICT in English class? This one, your introduction part, and some basic. These are the basic skills. Yesterday also we discussed skill of typing, changing font, page setting, saving and printing. This kind of skill is necessary. Creating file and folder. When we prepare some files, we have to save them in different folders. Then preparing, constructing PowerPoint slides, slide animation necessary. Searching and downloading different pictures, cartoons, videos, audio clips, photographs, and inserting them in PowerPoint. PowerPoint ma insert गरेर देखाउनु पर्यो हैन. Word file, then spreadsheet हैन. Then creating worksheet and spreadsheets. Your skills are you preparing digital lesson plans, installing software. तपाईको चाहिँ PDF सफ्टवेयर डाउनलोड गर्नु पर्यो, विभिन्न फन्टहरु इन्स्टल गर्नु पर्यो हैन. अनि गएर तपाईको फोटोशपहरु, यस्ता different software will be there. Then they have to install. This kind of skill also necessary for the teachers. Exchanging emails necessary, downloading, uploading necessary materials, downloading and uploading skills necessary. Then selecting and using open learning resources and platforms. Different platforms are there. Then using those platforms for teachers learning and students learning. This kind of skills also necessary. These are few to mention. Yesterday we discussed a lot about under the different skills, ICT skills that an English teacher should have to make it effective in English classroom. And these are then challenges. You can mention the same things mentioned above. And a shifting mindset, like this introduction part. Okay. Here you have also written. Can you write the solution to solution के होला कुनको यो माथिको challenges म हेरौँ ल. ICT skills you understand the challenges part. यहाँ लेख्दिउँ न त. What actions do you apply or conduct to address the potential challenges, challenges of using ICT in ELT class? यो अरु क्वेशन त माथिकै भइहाल्यो के हैन, बीचमा यो जोड्न सक्छ. What actions or what plans do you have to address the potential challenges of ICT, using ICT in ELT classroom? Okay, let's share first from your side. Share गर्नुस् त. So what about using blogs, searching sites like Edmodo, Space Pack? Yes, these are also the tools of ICT we can use to share our knowledge, to update and upgrade our knowledge, professional knowledge. This kind of skill also, creating blogs, and uploading articles or any documents in our own professional blogs. This kind of skill also necessary. But here, just to understand, these are the some examples. Okay, example ho yiniru, so if you have knowledge and access of this kind of information also, you can write in your answer. कतिको पहिला त ब्लग भनेको थाहा नहुनु नि सक्छ नि हैन. So if you don't have the knowledge of blogs, then how can you write? So simply typing, setting, formatting, printing, then doing photocopy also. These are what basic skills we need. Then searching materials in the Google and finding or locating the specific required information or materials and downloading them, and creating folder and saving in the folder, chute folder banara rakhne. These are the skills we need. Teacher training should be conducted focusing on skill. Yes, of course. So teacher training programs should be focused on skill building rather than knowledge transfer. हाम्रो चाहिँ knowledge transfer भइरहेको छ अहिले. The skill building type of training is necessary. This means practical exercise. They should get in training. They should engage in the doing, not what we say listening. And सुन्ने मात्र भनेको तिनीहरु गर्ने पर्यो. ICT is geared to achieve the this is but we can say is ICT innovates भन्दैन न. इनोभेसन भनेपछि हुन्छ यसले ICT innovates teaching and learning process. न इनोभेसन भनेको के हो भने, can you write in the chat box what is innovation? Yes, so you have written based on technology and communication and conveying information also. Yes, that is. So here using exchanging emails, and then using different social media also, like Viber, Messenger, Facebook, this kind of skills, of course we have to mention. Yeah, मैले etc लेखे होला, धेरै कुरा छ नि होला. Where is ICT skills? Yeah. Now, yeah, अझै तपाईले input दिनु भएको छ. Now, the basic ICT skills that English teachers must have in order to be effective and efficient in English class are given. This typing, page setting, saving, printing, creating folder and files, preparing PowerPoint slides, slide animation, searching, downloading, cartoons, videos, teaching materials भयो, creating worksheet, यो डिजाइनमा गयो, preparing lesson plan, installing software, exchanging emails. यहाँ communication मा यो आइहाल्छ. एउटा राखिदिउँ न त त्यसमै. Using different social media भनौँ न, social media. There are many, many. Out of them, these are few to mention here. Social media like Facebook, Messenger, Messenger, Viber, okay, Viber. Then WhatsApp, etc. Okay, so this kind of skill and they should have, because the teacher can communicate or send some kind of pedagogical problems or any kind of problems related to teaching and learning through messengers also. Facebook Messenger, they can create one Facebook group and send problem in the Facebook Messenger group, and students they see the problem and what they can give answer or write answer and upload. And through Viber also, WhatsApp also, we can communicate. So these are some basic skills that few to mention here. Exam it takes time, of course. So you have 18 minutes. Within 18 minutes, how do you manage writing this information? Please, you practice. Yes, innovation here. So you have to understand innovation. So doing the same thing in different ways, innovation. So when we use ICT, then it helps to innovate the whole teaching and learning process. Same thing we do from different perspective. Yesterday also we taught listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, language function, punctuation, this and that. We did yesterday also. Today also we are doing, and tomorrow also we'll do this. These are the teaching content in English. But when we use, these, electronic devices, technology services, what happens? then what our way of presentation will be different than the previous or the past. So it innovates. यो कुरा गरौँ हामी यहाँ प्रब्लममा थियो हैन ल यहाँ यसको कुरा गरौँ त you have some kind of curiosity asked in question chat box also. What actions do you as an English teacher conduct? What actions do you as an English teacher conduct to address the potential challenges of using ICT in ELT class? No, for example, challenges are what? No electricity, but we have devices like laptop. We have desktop. Might we have projector? Might we have printer? We might have, but no electricity. Electricity छैन भन्दा हैन how can we manage it? So it is of course difficult one. यहाँ चाहिँ हामीले solution राख्न सक्दैनौँ होला. सक्छौँ त? If yes, please share in the chat box. Backup, कसरी राख्ने backup? Enhancing skills. One सजिलोबाट जाउँ न त त्यसो भए हैन. Training कै कुरा गरौँ न. Training should focus. Training activities भनौँ न. Training activities should focus on skill building in using ICT skills in ELT, in English language teaching in ELT. So training activities should be designed should be designed should be designed to focus on skill building in using ICT tools in ELT classroom. One. Second, okay, this will be such a kind of suggestion. Training transfer. Okay, you have written. And another thing, what I think is there is electricity in some cases, in some parts of the country. There is electricity, but not internet facility. This kind of situation also we have in some locations. We have now just right. If there is electricity facility, but no internet connectivity. If there is electricity facility but no internet connectivity, in such places or in such schools, what can we do? This option this kind of situation also will be in some parts. There is electricity facility, but what happens? No internet connectivity. Using wireless internet, solar system. Okay, Prakash, good. Government policy should address to provide knowledge about ICT. So here, just what we can do is no internet connectivity, but electricity facilities there in such schools. English teachers, can use memory cards, memory cards, and then what do you say? Hard disks, hard disks. They can use hard disks. Hard disks, memory cards, hard disks, CD, DVDs, DVDs. Teachers can use memory cards, hard disks, DVDs to store the electronic version of teaching material. You know, so if there is electricity facility but no internet connectivity, in such places English teachers can use memory cards, hard disks, CD, DVDs to store the electronic version of teaching materials and use what use them in their regular teaching. Your point was to where the can you beautify it? Yes, this is also good. One is so English teacher, mobile learning one. Mobile learning can be what do we say, focused or prioritized, RIO prioritized, prioritized or focused in English class. One thing, these are the some actions we try to mention here. Training activities should be designed to focus on skill building in using ICT tools in ELT. If there is electricity facility but no internet connectivity in such conditions or situations or schools, English teachers can use some devices like memory cards, hard disks, CD, DVDs to store the electronic version of teaching materials and can use them in their regular teaching process. Mobile learning can be encouraged. Mobile learning can be encouraged when encouraged in English classroom. Then others, can you suggest again? Others. The different type of situation we have. Mobile learning also can be encouraged. These different storing devices we can use and use in regular class. Or no, there is such kind of problems like a mindset mindset for changing mindset, different teacher orientation training some kind of orientation in schools we have to conduct to change the mindset change a different orientation and workshop can be conducted. Orientations and workshops can be conducted to develop positive attitude of English teachers in using ICT in ELT class. Beautify. Now, can you share your ideas in the chat box? Different orientations and workshops can be conducted to develop positive attitude of English teachers in using ICT in ELT class. Is it okay, or we can fine-tune or beautify it, increase the investment in ICT? So this investment and then provision of internet connectivity, electricity, these are out of our control. Hamro control bhanda bahira cha ke. These are the suggestion ma rakdine ho हैन. So लगानी गर्न पर्यो, policy programहरू बनाउनु पर्यो हैन. This kind of actions will be as the suggestion ma rakdine ho. We cannot do it. Simply mobile learning we can do, Simply we can use hard disk memory cards, pen drives, and these things to store the electronic version of teaching materials, and we can do this. And training agencies can also conduct training programs focusing on, they can do this. And orientation program in-house teacher development, teacher orientation workshops can be conducted, and this also can be done. Yes. So incentive system of appreciating the user, teachers, and motivating. I think all the challenge of the ICT cannot be solved by an English. Yes, that is what. Okay. These are few things about key points in your supporting point. Now you I sent this document, this note, and you add some points from your side also. On side whatever add गर्नुस्. ओके, यसलाई हामीले यसरी टुङ्गाइदिउँ है यसलाई. यो फेरि यहाँ छुट्टै सन्दर्भमा आएको छ, यसको आन्सर छुट्टै हो है. Here what are the ICT skills that an English teacher should have to be effective and efficient. Yeah, to be effective, to be effective in English class. In English class, what challenges do you as an English teacher see in using ICT in ELT? What actions do you as an English teacher, as an English teacher mathematics, do you conduct to address the potential challenges of using ICT in class? Okay. So basic skills and English teacher should possess to be effective in English class. Somewhere we have written this answer. You write from there. And what challenges you mentioned there. Then what happens? Then the addressing action part you write from here. Framework just mention, write short introduction. Another point, then talk about what basic skills. Then talk about challenges. Then whatever talk about, this is the answer. Now actions. These are the actions. You frame on ma chahi lekhnu hola. Okay. Thank you. You frame ma jao. अब एउटा क्वेसन फेरि गरौँ न त, हेरौँ न त यहाँ. यहाँ हात उठाउनु भएको छ रोशन कुमार शाह. Yes, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So I have some questions for the other question. I have some problems for the other question. In the previous class, you have given some questions about this topic.
So your voice is not clear to me. Please try to speak again.
Sir,
yeah.
Yesterday you have given some questions related to this topic. in that I have written some of the answers and I have got the confusion that there
Yes.
are write any three ways of using the ICT in the English language teaching of the lower secondary level. Can we write there the modes of the learning in that answer?
What is the question?
Uh, Ways of using the ICT in language English language teaching class.
Again, I'm not clear.
Write any three ways of using ICT in English
Oh,
language teaching class.
okay.
Shall, could we write
Right, right. Any three ways of
using the
using ICT in
ICT in English language teaching class?
English language teaching class.
Should we
Okay.
write there the modes of the teaching?
So there are the modes. Modes mean in different modes we learn. We teach and we learn. They are the modes. But here three different ways. Yeah, saying different ways means how you could write is one is what for example one can be like designing. We design ourselves. We design necessary materials like creating worksheet, creating worksheet to teach different functions and other aspects we teach using worksheet. This is what you design or teacher designs. This is one way of using ICT in English language classroom. And another way is we search and collect, search and identify or search, locate, collect, and use in English class. In English class. यसरी लेख्न सकिन्छ हैन. So one what we do, we ourselves design, we prepare from our side. There are some tools, there are some materials that we can design, we can prepare from our side, and some are already prepared, ready-made materials. We can find in different professional websites and Google's also. We just what we download and we use in the classroom. And we can also do some editing. We can edit, animate, we edit, we animate videos, audio videos, audio videos, audio videos, using different software, using different software, using different software like edit, animate audio video videos using different software for teaching, listening and speaking. Listening and speaking, speaking class or oral skills पनि भन्न सक्यो हैन. So these different possibilities we have to explore. There are different ways of using ICT. One can be your designing from our side, another can be what we search, another can be what we edit, we animate, we do some kind of things. Then we can also prepare documentaries, documentaries. For we can prepare documentaries and use in class, English class. So there can be many different ways of using ICTs. So different ways of using ICT. This is, and you said that synchronous mode, asynchronous mode, then blended mode of. They are the different modes of learning. Those are modes of learning. Different ways of learning, but using ICT tools in English classroom. अलिकति specific भएर हेर्नु पर्छ होला. Got point?
Okay, sir. Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
Can you little bit elaborate How do you use the ICT tools as the teaching materials in the English classroom?
Wait, just a minute. Different ways of learning भन्यो भने हैन, ways of learning कसरी सिकिन्छ अनि in
Use
synchronous.
as ICT tools
Just a minute, just a
as
minute. Just a minute. मोडमा ओइ भन्दिउ न. Okay, now LEAR. So if you are focusing on different ways of learning this and different ways of what using ICT. Now, what is your next question?
How do you use ICT tools as the teaching materials in English language class?
How do you use ICT tools
as teaching material in English language class?
In English language class. This? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And let's get some points from friends also. Yes, anybody, do you want to, do you want to suggest some ideas how do we use the ICT tools as teaching materials in English language classroom? Can you write in the chat box? Go on writing. I will check it. Go on writing. Go on. Using projector. Okay. Prakash has written using projector. Chatting is off. Oh, so you can chat, in directly to me. You can chat to expand the teaching learning content in broader way. So today we have to understand. Today we are in the age of technology-driven teaching and learning. So technology, of course, slide animation, PowerPoint. Great. You are saying slides. Then creating slides, one can be slides, others audio slides, audio clips, video clips, slides, audio clips, video clips. Go on. Okay, projector. Okay, printer can also be used. Multimedia. Okay, multimedia, projector, printer. Then others. Radio, pen drive, memory card. Okay, pen drive. Computer, laptop. Okay, laptop, computer. Okay, you have whiteboard. Yes, smartboard. Yes, SMART, BOARD, smartboard, smartboard. DVDs, yes, DVDs. Yes, DVDs. CA, yes, SAT. Cassette player. Mobile. Why don't you write mobile? Mobile and others. Wikipedia, encyclopedia. Okay, online dictionary. We check online dictionary, mobile television, documentaries, TV, TV films, documentaries, websites. Okay, learning portals, websites, portals, etc. There are many. Okay, thank you. YouTube, yeah, YouTube is important. YouTube videos, etc. Now, may I stop you to? May I ask you to stop your writing? Yes. अनि यो स्क्रिन चाहिँ जस राम्रो बनाउनु भएको छ साथीहरूले. Okay. Now, these are, some, first, what we have to understand is today, this is the time of technology-driven teaching and learning. Technology drives pedagogy. You understand this first thing. TECHNOL, technology drives pedagogy. So technology is what at the front line. And another thing you have to understand is technology. Technology is one pedagogical tool. Pedagogical tool that we can use to innovate. ELT. First, what we have to understand, we are in the age of technology-driven teaching and learning. Or we use what technology drives pedagogy. Another point we have to understand, technology is one modern pedagogical tool. To teach and learn, ICT can be used effective tool, especially to add value, to create value, to innovate English language teaching field, to create new test, new flavor, then create fun, motivation, inspiration, encouragement on the part of learners. These are the things you mentioned. Context. Now, main question is, how do you use ICT tools to teach as teaching materials in English language classroom? Now, these are the teaching materials. These are the examples, EXAMPLs, examples of teaching materials. ICT as teaching materials. Examples of ICT as teaching materials. These are what? These are slides can be one material. Audio clips can be material which we can download from the different websites, professional websites designed for teaching and learning purpose. Audio clips we can either download, or we can record, and we can edit audio clips also. We can have animated videos, audios, and projector can be one teaching material. Printer can be another teaching material. Pen drive can be another teaching material, because we store the electronic version of teaching materials. Then we can use for store, reuse, and reuse in the future also. So pen drive can be one device. Computer and laptop, of course, we understand is smart board. This is very good. DVDs we use to record or to store the audio clips, video clips, and cassette player also. This to play the audio file or audio clip. We use the audio player. Mobile, of course, this is we can use mobile. We can have many YouTube videos of rhymes, might be song ko rhymes ko chants ko chai video mobile auna sakcha just we can play, and we sing with the students. Online dictionary, so students immediately they consult on a dictionary and find out the meaning of the words which they face as new words in the text. Immediately they consult. And TV films, documentaries, we prepare and can use in the classroom. Learning portals, like CHRD learning portal in Nepal, and Khan Academy learning portals. From there, learning portal can be one tool and can also be used as one material in the classroom, because material is anything that supports teaching and learning process. So YouTube videos can be how do these materials RIL materials be used how do these materials how can these materials be used as teaching materials? These are the what these examples of ICT tools is teaching materials. These slides, audio clips, video clips, projector, printer. But these are the materials. Now, how can these materials be used as teaching materials? Now, when we are planning lesson of oral skills भनौँ अथवा listening speaking भनौँ oral listening planning, when we are planning a lesson of listening skill, planning a lesson to teach भनौँ है to teach listening skill, we can either download audio clips from the professionally designed website, or we can record our one voice and use in the listening class. यसरी भन्नु पर्यो अब हैन. How do we use भन्दाखेरि just we plan there are different areas of English language teaching, different content areas like listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, language function, punctuation. There are different. These are the content areas. Which one we are teaching and which ICT tools we are using, then how they will be the materials. So here we are planning to teach listening skill. For this, when we are planning to teach listening skills, we can either download audio clips from the professional designed websites and blogs ma huna sakla हैन, websites, blogs and learning portals learning portal, or we can record our own voice and use in listening class. Students get ample opportunities to listen to the audio clip. Before this point, how teacher can prepare some questions, comprehension questions based on the downloaded or recorded recorded audio. Teacher can prepare some comprehension questions like comprehension question fill in the blanks matching etc on based on the downloaded or recorded audio. Students listen to the audio clip and they do the comprehension exercises. Listening को लागि भयो. In the same way, you can give the example of reading, you can give example of grammar, function, so speaking. So you think about this. अबेला चाहिँ के भने त्यो टेक्स्ट लिने अथवा त्यो मटेरियल लिने अथवा त्यो टुल लिने, then how when we use that tool or that material, which area of English language do we focus, or do we support, or do we teach? This should be mentioned here. त्यहाँ त्यो चाहिँ यहाँ लेख्नुपर्छ. Okay, so how can these materials be used as teaching material? यस्तोमा चाहिँ अब यसरी लेख्न सकिन्छ होला हैन. So when we are planning a lesson to teach listening skill, we can either download audio clips from the professional design website, blogs, learning portals, or can what record our own voice, our own voice. Our own voice. Teacher can, teacher can prepare some comprehension questions, like fill in the blanks, matching, etc., based on the downloaded or audio clips. The students listen to the audio clips and do the comprehension exercises. This is what listening downloaded audio clip we are using is material here. This is just one example. How? This way. In this way, this is my perspective.
Sir?
Yes.
One more question. How would you ensure? Sir, hello?
I'm listening.
Hello?
I'm listening to you.
How would you ensure the integration of content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge in your English language classroom?
Could you repeat again? How would you ensure
the integration of content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and
of
technological knowledge,
content knowledge and
pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge in your English language classroom? Explain with examples.
So content knowledge related to what? This should be clear. Content knowledge related to particular topic might be, kuni topic ko bare ma hunu paryo content knowledge. Content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, technological knowledge in your English language classroom. How do you ensure the implementation of? So,
hello?
Yes.
Not implement, integration.
Integration?
Yes, sir. Integration.
Integration of content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, technological knowledge. So here, यो क्वेशन अब कुन तपाईको चाहिँ युनिटमा छ यो क्वेशनले?
सर आईसीटी मा छ सर.
यो आईसीटी अन्तर्गतको?
यस सर, आईसीटी अन्तर्गतकै क्वेशन छ.
Content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, technological knowledge, integration. यो भनेको यही हो. यो भनेको from my perspective. So teaching content, of course we have, okay, teaching content like 4 skills and 4 aspects. 4 aspects, this is what, this is the content. Teaching content means content knowledge is this here, one thing. And then content knowledge means answer you. Then pedagogical knowledge for this pedagogical knowledge, okay. Pedagogical knowledge. Pedagogical knowledge is what? Facilitating learners learners to learn about the content, teaching content, like 4 skills and 4 aspects, teaching about the teaching content, like 4 skills and 4 aspects. Then technology is what? Technological knowledge means technological knowledge means by the use of technology, we drive pedagogy. We drive pedagogy to develop content knowledge. Your integration is so technology becomes what? One driving force. I know, driving force. So then when we drive, when we use technology, then it supports to pedagogy. When there is the combination or integration of pedagogy, technology and pedagogy, so the main concern at the central part, there will be the content. So when we design your scenario, when we design a lesson to teach reading skills, for example, I know when we design we design a lesson to teach reading skills. Knowledge of reading skills. One, like guessing meaning from context. Like this, from context, and main message and meaning of the text. Using content maunu. Then lesson, we use technological devices or ICT tools to deliver, to facilitate in students understanding. When we design a lesson to teach reading skills, content of reading skills, like guessing meaning from context, exploring main message and meaning of the text, यो त content knowledge मा जान्छ हैन. Exploring main message and meaning of the text, we use technological devices or ICT tools to help, to facilitate students in understanding at the time of teaching. Teaching भनेको pedagogy भयो हैन. Teaching means pedagogy. When we are teaching, we are using technology. That is what ICT tools. Main content is what? Main content is reading skills, knowing about the main message and main meaning or mandate given in the reading text. So this kind of integration we have to explore in our lesson. So this kind of flavor, if we mention, I think integration can be there. We can see content knowledge also, then pedagogical concept also, as well as technological device use also. So in this way you can do. So okay, we will have discussion in our next class also. Today let's conclude. Thank you for your participation. And thought based on pedagogy situation, students factor content by means of technology, different ICT tools, system. Okay, Lakshmana has also written here. Okay, tomorrow, boli kura garam bhai. Now it is 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for your active participation.
Thank you, sir.
Tomorrow we if you have any questions about ICT, we will have brief discussion. Then we go unit 4, that is digital professional development.